Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make these neat HUDs. And if you want to download the HUDs or just download the project files, you can just by clicking in the link in the description below. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, before you even start, you want to make sure that your title is clicked on, because if it's not, you have no idea where the center is at. This helps you to figure out what the center is at, and you can start making all your circles and all your parts be at the center, and they won't be kind of to the right or kind of to the left. Now to make a circle, you want to start off with a shape. So you go over here on this shape and you're going to select your ellipse. If you click and hold on to it, you can go down to the ellipse and it'll change it to the ellipse. And you start off by going down to the center right here. And you're going to start opening up. And you're going to hit control so it opens up on the center, and then shift to have that perfect circle. Once it's created, you can go down to your shape and go down to the ellipse and the transform ellipse, not the regular transform, because that controls your layer, not the ellipse itself. And from here we can scale the ellipse up, and we have this neat little circle. Now for creating this cut up circle right here, you want to start off by going to your shape layer here, and where it says content add, you want to go to trim paths. And in trim paths, we can start cutting this circle down by increasing the percentage here, and you start seeing that the circle starts getting cut down. And to make multiple copies of this from the center to around, we go to add again, and we go to repeater. And here we can choose how many copies, the offset. What we're really focused is we gotta make sure that all these are overlapping with each other. Right now the position is set to 100. We want to set that down to 0. Once it's overlapping each other, we can use the rotation to start rotating this around, so we have that desired look. And then we can use the regular transform to start rotating this so we have this nice look right here. Now that's for the circle. But what you also notice is that we have lines over here, or we have these little lines that come across. We have all these other parts to it. Now for this right here, this line that we have here, that's literally just a trim path and just keeping one, adding no repeater at all, and just having this right here. And then we can have this move around later on with the animation. Now for creating these little dots and these little triangles here, you start off by making a shape again, but this time we use the pen tool to make the shape. And this is when the grid comes in. So we're going to go down to the grid. We got to make sure that where the center is at. We know the center is over here. And I start off with a circle so I know where I'm at in my HUD. So if I want to be inside the HUD or outside the HUD, I know where I'm at. So I'm over here and I know this line is the center line. I can start making like a triangle here if I wanted to. So we click on this side of the grid, and we use these little, the reason we use the grid is to make sure that our shapes are symmetrical, and not this, like, we have this weird square here or something. We use the grid and the points in the grid to make sure that everything is aligned properly. I'm not really making sure everything's on point, but you get the idea. And now we have this triangle here. We can fill this in if you wanted to with, I don't know, blue. Or let's actually do, nah, we'll do blue. So you have this weird red-blue thing going on here. And to add multiple of these blues going around, it's the same idea of just going to add repeater, going down to repeater, and you see already the copies have been made. But again, we have to go down to the transform repeater and set the position to 0, and then we can do the rotation. And then you see these triangles start going around. We start getting this neat look coming around. And you can do this with multiple different shapes and get a bunch of different looks for your HUD. And that's the basis of everything. Everything I did was just trim paths, repeaters, and then creating shapes until I had that desired look that I want. Now for the animation, let me delete all this. For the animation, you're gonna go down to your rotation, and for the outer ring here, I have a rotation. For my stopwatch, I have wiggle 1200 here. Now to get this, you're going to come up here. Your stopwatch is going to be normal. You're going to out click, and then you're going to get this right here. This is an expression, and you want to type in wiggle 1, and then the number right here will put how many rotations you want, like how fast you want the rotation to be, and it'll randomize it between that. So if I put 1000, it's going to be really fast. So you see this thing just spinning really fast. And if I want, I can go back into my expression and just put 10, and it'll be really slow. So you see all this is going really slow, but the rest in the center is going pretty fast. Now, you can use the wiggle expression to make things go slower, faster, and then have a weird or neat animation for your HUD. And that covers all the bases for the HUD. And you can take these principles and make neat HUDs all around. The only thing is making pre-compositions, because if you don't make this pre-composition, you're gonna have like layer after layer after layer. You're gonna just have multiple different layers here, and you're gonna get confused really fast on which part is which part. So to pre-compose, you can just shift click here, and then you go to pre-compose and do complete. And I can do okay. So now this whole layer has everything inside of it. Let me view all this inside. And I can go back outside, and I have this complete. So if I turn this on and off, it affects everything. And if I go inside here, or if I go inside my complete, I have pre-composition layers inside. That's why if I click here, this whole thing vanishes, the inside dual circle thing. And if I click inside here, I can see what I did here. And that concludes the tutorial. Thanks for viewing, and have a wonderful day.